ahead and take the last 10 minutes here to talk about auto posting. So auto posting is the ability for us to grab electronic remittance advices from insurance companies. So when you get a paper remittance advice from an insurance company, it's called an EOB, an explanation of benefits. When an insurance company offers that as a file, it's an 835 file that we can grab and auto post in our system, then it's called an ERA, Electronic Remittance Advice. Lots of acronyms here to remember. But let's first talk about how to set that up to come into our system, and then we'll talk about that process. So in order to set up for insurance companies for electronic remittance advice to come into our system, we want you to go to Office Ally or Clearinghouse because they have a resource center on their website that holds all the payer enrollment forms for electronic remittance advice. So we're going to go to Resource Center, Payer Enrollment Forms, and I'm going to click right here on this tab link that says Electronic Remittance Advice ERA 835 Enrollment Forms. This gets me to a list of forms that Office Ally has on hand from the insurance companies for you to fill out and follow directions in order to get that ERA to come in. So if you don't see your insurance company here, it's likely they don't offer electronic remittance advice, and you'll have to continue to get post those payments by hand when you get an EOB from the insurance company. But for example, let's take a look. Let's say that I happen to be in Texas, so I want to set up for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas for me to get that information in electronically. So I'm going to click that, but I'm going to click that link, and now it's going to bring me up a PDF file. And this is Office Ally's information, and you want to follow the information exactly as they tell you on this form, and then scroll down, or there's links there to follow. So here's the form. I can fill it out online and print it. Okay, it's not too complicated. Basically, tax ID numbers and basic information. Make sure you're using Adobe Acrobat as your PDF viewer here, because then that way Office Ally's information pre-fills on that form, so you don't have to go look it up, like their customer ID numbers and receiver address and all that good stuff. That's already pre-filled out for you. So if I go look at how do I enroll, it says I must complete the form located on page 2 of this packet. I must fill out these sections, and once that form's completed, I can fax it in or mail it in. I'd recommend fax, so it'll get there faster. And how do you check status? If you have questions regarding that process, contact Blue Cross Blue Shield. Okay. So in other words, I'd wait a couple of weeks, make sure that they got it. They usually send you information about having updated that. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes you'll just start getting information. So you have to do this for every insurance company you're on panel with or you want to receive ERAs with. I'm sorry, I wish there was one form that could go out to all the insurance companies, but that's not what they do. They each have their own form. So go look them up, fill them out. Keep them on file after you fill them out, fax them in, or email them in, because if you need to redo that, you have a file you can pull out and not have to fill all the information out again. Personally, when I set up with Aetna, I had to fax it in 3 times. Every other insurance company took it over really quickly. Aetna caused a problem, and I'm not sure why, but finally got it set up. So most of the major insurance companies do offer ERAs. How can you tell if your insurance company does for sure? Well, you can take a look at it here on this list, or if you go to Resource Center and take a look by payer ID number or insurance name. So, for example, if I want to take a look at National Benefit Fund, 1099 National Benefit Fund, I can go take a look under this ERA column and I see a Y, then yes, they do offer ERAs, so there will be a form available to fill out and send in. But if I go down here to 21st Century Health and Benefits, that company does not offer ERA. So it's an insurance company has to offer ERA before it can be downloaded into our system. So now you're set up for ERAs. What happens is the insurance company creates an explanation of benefits for you, and it sends it then to Office Ally as an electronic file office ally gets it, and we go in and automatically pick it up in the system. And we are going to create for you some messages when that happens. So everybody has a message button in the lower left-hand corner. If you are the head honcho, these messages of a group, these messages are automatically going to come to you. If you'd like them to go to someone else in your group, please let us know. Call tech support or go and email tech support and let them know which account should get those. Maybe you have a billing admin that should be getting those. We can make them go to that admin. Only one person in your group can get them, however. If you're a group of independent practitioners, then all of you would get your own forms that come through here. So click on this button, and when you have one that comes into our system, we're going to send you a message about that. And it's going to look something like this. You just received one or more healthcare claim payment advice reports from our clearinghouse. Everything was updated automatically with this information if possible. You can view a report by clicking below. Okay. You can also view a report by going to the clearinghouse button. So that report link in that email is a link right to our clearinghouse button. And that clearinghouse button would look something like this. So it would link right to this message here, ERA posting report. If I hit display, I can get right to that report. So you also might get a message, for example, that says that we couldn't, there was a problem encountered in that process that needs your attention. And in that case, you can click this button and bring up the problem report. So let's take a look at the reports that you would receive underneath these buttons. So one of the first reports, just a regular report, would be look something like this. It says ERA auto posting report. You'll notice this header is green. So each date of service an insurance company paid you on, you're able to take a look. Yep, you got paid $71.81. You got paid $68.93. Okay. And so I can see everything that happened here. It was Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas, insurance $71.81. I had to adjust off $30.24, and $0 went towards the deductible. The client's copay was $17.95. All that happened automatically. What we were posting by hand before automatically fills in for us. Okay? It's magic. As a clinician, it's the next best thing to sliced bread when I'm doing my own billing. I read that report, there's no problems, I'm just going to delete that report. Yes, I'm going to delete that report. I don't need it anymore. So that's also going to be found under my clearinghouse button. Remember, it's linking me right to here, and I can see that report here, then I can delete it after I've done reading it. If there's a problem report, it would link right here and show up as a red problem. And if I read that message, it would look something like this. Things are in red here that were problems. So I can't post this transaction automatically. Insurance paid $0. An insurance payment of $0 was entered earlier, so I want to investigate because it looks like they double paid me. Well, in this case, I had sent a claim in, insurance paid $0. I resubmitted the claim, insurance finally paid, but I already had $0 entered into the posting screen as the insurance payment, which is what you should do. And now this is telling me, oh, insurance did pay. It paid $57, and you had to adjust off $3 for contracted rate. So I just need to go and post that one by hand. This other one is telling me this claim was denied, so insurance paid $0. In case I'm concerned, it didn't go to it was denied, and it didn't go to. A denied is different than it being applied to a deductible. So this was a problem that I need to follow up on. Why was it denied? Okay, so I can usually take a look at that and see why it was denied. So that raw ER, we get a raw ERA at the same time, and it shows up in gray on our posting screen. So if I click on this report, it's going to tell me exactly everything very specifically on that claim. So here's what a raw ERA would look like. And let me get this brought up. So it's going to tell me the check number I'm getting paid with or electronic deposit number. Okay? I highly recommend if you set up for ERA that you also connect with your insurance company and set up for direct deposit through them. The reason is that the insurance and direct deposit and the ERAs come out at the same time. So they're going to get posted within 24 hours of each other. If you are set up to receive a paper check from the insurance company, it's going to post maybe today. That money is actually the insurance company released today, but they're sending it to you in a paper check, and you're not going to get that check maybe for a week because of the mail system. So I highly recommend you do auto posting. Couple of reasons. One, if you ever have to move your office, you're not having to worry about paper checks going to your old office location and not knowing where they end up. Auto deposit is much simpler. What I'm doing with this report is I'm seeing I'm getting paid $140.74 from the insurance company. This is the direct deposit number. I can see that it has an E in it, and then has your information up here and the date that direct deposit is expected to go into my bank account, or if it's a paper check, it's the date it's released from the insurance company. So it's probably not the date it gets in the mail, it's the date it gets printed. So as soon as I double check my, I'm going to leave this raw ERA here until I double check my insurance or my bank account, make sure that payment's in there. By the way, I've never had it not be there. And after that, I can delete this report. But I also can see any other problems listed here if I want to take a look at everything in that column that was there. So this looks like a traditional EOB where our posted EOBs in there are a little more narrative in form. All right, so again, after I'm done with that ERA, I don't need it anymore. I can just delete it. All that information is going to be held on a patient's accounting screen for that date of service. So if I ever need to look at a problem claim, so let's say I have a problem claim here that insurance denied. So insurance paid 0, let's say, on this claim from Peter Piper. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to go into notes correct or date details in order to read everything that happened with that claim. So let's just say it happened to be this particular service. So I would see, yep, I sent the claim in on the 25th. Insurance got it on the 26th. And on the 9th, insurance denied my claim. And here's all that information about why they denied it. And all they said is claim lacks information or has submission billing errors which are needed for adjudication. What does that mean? It means I probably need to go to call the insurance company and find out what the problem is. So it posted 0. So I can see everything right here, every date of service. So no need to keep those EOBs around in that clearinghouse screen after you've dealt with them. It's going to be attached to that problem claim that shows up red in your claims list anyway, so that you can take a look at it. So automatically everything's going to be updated on that patient's accounting. It's going to update my income ledger. It's going to post the money on the date it was received, so that money received from the insurance company is going to be accounted for on the day it's received by you, or that auto posting uploads into our system. So that is auto posting. I have kept you for an hour. I appreciate your time today. I know this is a complicated system and that you might likely have some additional questions about that. We are happy to help if you'll just contact us. If you have questions about posting or insurance claims, when you call us, if you listen to our phone tree, we actually have a selection that gets you right to our insurance specialist who can help you with those matters. We can look over your shoulder and see information that comes in and direct you on how to learn about doing your insurance billing. We want to teach you how to do it rather than do it for you. So we'll give you direction on where to go next. But we're not here to take care of it for you, by the way. So appreciate your time today. If you have questions, please give us a call, and have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.